close your eyes for a moment. Imagine nothing, not darkness like the night, not silence like an empty room. Imagine a place where nothing has ever existed. No ground beneath your feet, no sky above your head, no wind, no sound, no color, just void, endless, unbroken, waiting. This is where it all began. Before time had a name, before the first breath, before anything, there was God, and He was about to speak. The Bible calls it formless and empty. The deep, a vast, silent ocean of nothingness, stretching in every direction that didn't yet exist. There were no stars to mark the hours, no sun to bring warmth, no moon to pull the tides. Because there were no tides, there was no earth, there was no anything. And over this great emptiness, the Spirit of God hovered, not anxiously, not searching, just present, hovering, waiting, hovering, like a breath held before the first word. Have you ever stood in complete darkness and felt the weight of silence pressing in on you? That's the closest we can come to understanding this moment. But even that falls short, because this darkness had never known light. This silence had never been broken. And in that unimaginable stillness, God prepared to create. We don't know what it sounded like. Thunder? A whisper? A song? The Bible doesn't tell us. But we know this. When God spoke, creation had no choice but to listen. And so, in that infinite void, with no one watching, no angels singing yet, no witnesses to what was about to unfold, He said 3 words: "Let there be light." Not a shout, not a command born of frustration or need, just a calm, deliberate word. And the darkness obeyed. Light exploded into existence, not from a source, not from a flame or a star, just light, pure, untouched, the first light the universe had ever seen. It didn't flicker, it didn't fade, it simply was. And for the first time in all of eternity, there was something other than God. There was light. Imagine seeing color for the first time. Imagine your eyes opening after an endless sleep. That's what this moment was. The light didn't just appear. It revealed. It pushed back against the void. It carved out space. It gave definition to what had been shapeless. And God looked at it. The Bible says He saw that the light was good, not useful, not functional, good, beautiful, right, exactly as it should be. But the darkness was still there, hovering at the edges, waiting, watching. So God did something profound. He separated them, light and darkness. He didn't destroy the darkness. He didn't erase it. He gave it a place, a purpose, a boundary. And He called the light day, and the darkness He called night. The first day, the first night, the first rhythm the universe had ever known. And there was evening, and there was morning. Day 1. But here's what strikes me. After that first day, there was silence again. Not the oppressive, empty silence of the void. This was different. This was the silence of something waiting to unfold. The light had come. The darkness had been named. But the story wasn't over. Not even close. Because light alone was not enough. God had spoken once, and the universe had responded. But He wasn't finished speaking. Day 1 was only the beginning. And in that quiet space between the first day and the second, you can almost feel it. The anticipation, the intentionality. God wasn't creating randomly. He wasn't experimenting. Every word He spoke had a purpose. Every act of creation was building toward something, toward someone. But we're not there yet. Think about your own life for a moment. Have you ever felt like you are living in darkness, waiting for something to change, waiting for clarity? waiting for hope, waiting for light. That's where this story begins. Not with answers, with waiting, with void, with silence so deep you wonder if anything will ever break through. But then he speaks, and everything changes. The same God who said, "Let there be light over the formless deep," is the same God who speaks into your darkness, into your confusion, your fear, your emptiness. He doesn't need permission. He doesn't need perfect conditions. He just speaks, and light comes. So here's the question I want to leave with you. If God could bring light into absolute nothingness, what could he bring into your life? What part of your world feels formless? Empty? Dark? What are you waiting for him to speak into? Because this story, this moment, when God first said, "Let there be light," it's not just history. It's a pattern. It's who he is. The God who creates. The God who separates chaos from order. The God who calls things into existence that were never there before. And he's not done. Day one is over. Light has come. But the work of creation has only just begun. Because in the days ahead, God will do something even more breathtaking. He'll take this light, this first act of separation, and he'll build the world. A sky, an earth, seas and stars and living things. And eventually, us. But we'll get there, one day at a time, one word at a time, just like he did. Part 2 is coming soon. If you want to walk through this story with me slowly, intentionally, deeply subscribe and stay close. Because this is only the beginning.